welcome to 2 Cents on Aspheric TV. With me, I have Gift Dabora and Fatima Nabila. You're welcome to 2 Cents on Aspheric TV. On 2 Cents, we discuss issues pertaining to relationships, lifestyle, entertainment, culture, gossips, love, and what have you. A whole lot of topics that affects the youth populace in general. Today we're going to be having a discussion on an exciting topic, and that is how long should you be in a relationship before marriage. This has been a very dicey situation for the youths of today. Most people do not really know how long they should be in a relationship before marriage. So today, myself, Gift, and Fatima will be giving out our opinions personally on what we feel.
Viewers' discretion. Whatever is being said here
Exactly
is based off of personal opinion.
Yeah,
Exactly.
our opinion,
personal
our
opinion.
2 cents.
Yeah,
basically.
literally our 2
2
cents.
cents. So we're going on a short break, and then we come back. We're going to go into this gist properly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So I'm going to start this by asking Fatima on my right what her opinion is, and then Gift is going to give me her opinion before I tell you guys what I feel.
Why always me? Why did you start from your left?
It's the right first.
Why
you understand?
me?
And it's ladies first. I'm not going to give my opinion
Okay,
first.
fine.
I'm going to hear about you, what you think, and what Gift think before I give my own 2 cents.
So realistically, I'm pretty straightforward-ish when it comes to this. I still stand by my 6-month theory. I think 6 months is enough time to get to know if you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, because it's like, okay, yeah, you date for the first 3 months, because obviously dating is different from courting. Yeah. So when you say dating, you say courting.
So what's the difference?
Dating is casually going out to places, doing activities for fun, or activities that you
Together.
and the other party
Okay, like
enjoy
going out to see
together.
a movie.
You could go on a date with anyone, your mom, your friend, your sister, your dad,
Right, all right.
obviously, but you can't court somebody.
Okay, now
So I think the
question
should
is,
be,
how long should you be in a relationship before getting married?
marriage.
generally.
Yes, let's not talk about dating.
The dating
Let's
part
not-
of it.
let's not
Let's
segment
be
it
very
in
specific.
entirety.
Yes.
Dating makes it too casual.
Romantic relationship. How long should you be in a romantic relationship before marriage? Let me spell it out to you so that
It's not like I don't understand.
Yeah,
you,
but I don't want
that's
you
what
to
I'm
go
saying.
into the nitty-gritties of explaining what dating
But
is.
these are personal opinions, so you kind of cannot just cut me short. Because if I have to drive a point, I have to do the ring around the rosy and come back. But pretty much what I mean is, I think realistically, dating, courtship, 1 year.
Dating, courtship,
Casually,
1 year.
Everything.
Yeah, everything all together. Dating, courtship, 1 year. But if you're just dating to get married, like courtship straight away, 6 months is enough. It's enough time for you to know if you want to continue this journey with this person or not.
Okay. So you're trying to say your intentions could be very genuine, and during this process, you could find out there are some things you're not compatible with.
Yeah,
then
so you
could
leave
move.
it there.
Yeah, okay.
And it's okay to leave. Do you get what I mean? Instead of going into a marriage where
And
the
get
stories,
frustrated.
you get what I mean?
So,
the stories today are different.
some
from the
people
stories
say
tomorrow.
a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
I 100% agree
Exactly,
with
yeah.
that.
You can find another relationship.
Yeah,
Okay.
but going
marriage
into
is
another
forever.
marriage, almost the trauma and the scars and everything.
So for you, 6 months, 1 year.
6 months, 1 year.
So what are the stuffs you look out for during this 6 months and 1 year?
6 months, 1 year is the person an excellent communicator, do they listen to reply or listen to comprehend and understand the situation? Because they're two different things. And the major mistake that we Nigerians make is we listen to reply, not to understand and digest a piece of information. So that's very, very key. If that person can listen to you, you know, like when you speak, they understand where you're coming from. They're considerate.
Right.
They have pity. They're compassionate. Like your emotions affect them. They move.
They're not
like,
selfish.
They care about your
Exactly.
emotions.
You're not a very how do I say, emotional person dating a nonchalant person, because like if
Who
a person
doesn't
is-
really care about how you feel.
exactly. Some people are very nonchalant when it comes to their emotions, so that person might go ahead and try to make the mistake of thinking you are that type of person. So I feel like in the 6 months to a year, these are some of the things you should look at: how they are when they're upset, when they're hungry, their tone of voice when they speak to you, when they speak to others, the choice of words they use for you and the choice of words they use for others. Because some people are nice to their partners or rude to the waiters, drivers, whoever, you know, they don't really care who's there. So there are quite a number of things to look at, you know, how the person is religion wise. If you're a very religious person, like, are you guys religiously compatible?
Okay.
What are your traditions like? What are the steps to take if A is trying to marry into B's culture, or if B is trying to marry into A's culture? You know, there's
there
so
be
many
a balance,
conversations to be had. You know, in this time you check your blood group, you check your compatibility, your resource factor. I don't know, there's a lot of things that go into dating for marriage.
Okay. What do you think about checking sexual compatibility?
That's a dicey one.
Yeah, but we need to talk
That's-
about it.
that's
What do
a
you think
dicey
about
one
it?
because-
From my opinion, or from the research I've heard, statistics shows that many marriages that break down these days are as a result of
Sexual
basically
compatibility.
sexual incompatibility and infidelity. These are some of the
I
reasons,
mean,
the two major reasons
if
that make
you-
marriages break.
If you look at it, if we've been doing what God said we should do right from time, which I'm pretty sure we all know is abstinence, there's a reason.
Exactly.
You find out that if you're not abstinent, okay, you've been everywhere, then you genuinely love this person, but just because they are lacking in that area that you are overly experienced in, it becomes a problem. So if you are abstinent to a certain level, and like I said, communicate. If you're speaking to your partner, hey, this is what I like, hey, this is not what I want, this is how I envisioned it, this is not how I envisioned it.
Yeah.
From there you can go to all these, there are classes online that offer you options of like speaking about like your sex life, your compatibility and whatnot. You go, I mean, so you can always get help. I don't really think it's an issue. It's just the way that we as a society look at it and handle it. But realistically, sexual incompatibility in some cases can actually be the littlest of things, and you can solve them.
Well,
That's where I'm coming from.
okay, what do you think about this issue? How long do you think you should be in a relationship before marriage, and what are the stuffs you need to consider during this your time frame?
First off, I'd say there's no template for this thing.
Okay.
Relationships, dating, leading to marriage, all of that. There's no template for it. There are people who met 3 months, they dated, courted, they got married, and they are happy.
Right.
Others dated for years and then they divorced in a very short period of time.
Okay.
So basically, for me, 6 months to 1 year is enough to know a person. Not in and out,
To an
but
extent.
exactly to an
To take
extent,
that
because
decision.
you cannot
Exactly, 'cause everything you're
completely
doing-
Know
know a
somebody.
person. People grow, people change, and then different things.
evolve.
Exactly. So they might not be the same person they were when you met them 6 months ago. So, well, if there's anything serious that should hinder you from being with that person between 6 months and a year, you should be able to identify most of those red flags and see the reasons why you should be with this person, or reasons why you should
shouldn't be.
leave
Okay.
this person. So for me, 6 months to a year is enough.
Okay, Fatima gave her own 2 cents about during this period what you should look at, and I asked about what do you think about sexual compatibility?
I'm going to come from a biblical point of view because that's what I believe in.
Okay.
The Bible preaches abstinence. Stay away from sex before marriage. It's fornication and it's a sin. So any indulgence in sexual activity before you are married is a sin, and that is an offense to God. So for me, it is a no-no. Even though they have said that things like that are the reason why some relationships end, some marriages end.
Like they have said, it is a fact.
Well, yeah, there is.
She
that
might
is
not
there.
have known for a fact, so she's theoretically speaking,
Yeah,
right?
but me, I'm telling you that from research, people
Have
get
ended
frustrated.
relationships because of
it's
that.
real.
Yes,
We're not
there
arguing
are
about it,
marriages
it's real.
where
Yeah, it's okay. It's a thing. Yes,
now,
we agree.
if
It's
you're
a
looking
thing.
at the biblical point of view, and you say it's a sin, don't you think we're all sinners?
So Fati,
we are, and God forgive.
Fati made a point. She said there are courses online, there are people to help,
there are people to
all of
speak
that.
with, you know?
I think if you get into marriage and then that is an issue for you guys, then you go through those means. You get help. Exactly. You just don't. You just don't give up.
Exactly.
You try to do something about it. I mean, there are many things you could do. See a doctor, learn by yourselves, teach each other. Exactly. So
I think
you're going to be fine. Exactly.
Okay. Fatima said 3 months to 6 months.
6 months to a year, basically.
6 months to a year. I'm sorry. 6 months to a year should be enough time to be in a relationship and take that decision whether you're going to marry the person or not.
Let's hear yours.
And Gift said there is no template, but she feels 6 months to a year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely no template, but
well, my own 2 cents on this issue is that there is no time frame at all. I believe in, personally, I look out for traits before I even approach a girl. You understand? I look out for qualities. I don't just meet a random girl and then I want to ask you out to be in a relationship with you, because there must be a point of attraction, first of all. And if I scrutinize all these things and then I find out that
you have all the qualities,
actually have all the qualities that are endearing to me, I could make the move. You understand? I like the fact that I should know you first before I even get into a romantic relationship with you.
So basically you're saying when you find a person who ticks all of your boxes, you just go in for it. Whether it's 1 month, 2 months, you can marry the person
you met today.
No, I met today. No, I can marry someone I haven't been in a relationship with.
Okay, like, if they tick all of your boxes.
Tick all my boxes. We don't need to be in a romantic relationship.
I mean,
first.
Love will come eventually.
Yeah, see, if you guys, I was listening to a speaker. I was listening to a speaker that said, "Love alone is not enough reason why you should settle with someone."
Of course not.
Love is not enough.
Yes, because love is an unstable feeling. You understand? Love is an unstable feeling.
Financial aspect.
Exactly. As a man, if you do not have financial security, you're not happy. Personally, as a guy, and you cannot be able to make your wife happy if you're not financially secured. So at that point,
you know, when money enters, love is sweeter.
Yeah, of course.
It's a proven fact.
It makes a lot of things easy. Not even about love. When money is in your system, your life.
Money is very.
Your life is easier.
People say, "Oh, you love money. You love money." Personally, I like to tell people I love the convenience that comes with money.
Exactly.
I can wake up tomorrow and say I want to do ABCD for myself, and I don't need to sit down and like
start making mental calculations.
Exactly, waiting.
Start thinking of how to do this.
You just go ahead and do things that are on your mind.
For me, like as I was saying, I can get married to a friend I haven't dated or been in a relationship.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
that can happen.
I can know you. This girl, she's a very kind girl.
Okay, let me come at you
a very respectful girl. She's educated. You know, she's a career girl. She's working. She's employed.
What if that is just the side of her that you know?
Exactly. I was coming at him with something.
That's why I'm saying.
Basically, she ticks all of these boxes for you.
Yeah.
But you know, we have pet peeves. Every individual has some apparently flimsy things that you can overlook, but they actually get to you. They get to your soul. So let me give you an instance.
Okay.
Say this person is perfect. She has the best character. She has the looks, everything you need.
Yeah.
But then she uses the bathroom and then she doesn't rinse the foam off the wall. and that is something that gets to
she
you.
forgets to.
Okay, now
How are you going to live? Exactly.
Okay, now
How are you going to live with
exactly.
that?
Now, see,
You know, flimsy reasons like that are actually the reasons
here
why
comes the fact.
some relationships end.
This is another issue now. You cannot be able to know someone completely if you have not lived with
them.
this person. So in this,
And even if you live with them, science has shown that even more than if you live with a person all their life, you won't even know up to half, more than half of their actual character.
that is true. So if you have to know all these little things you're talking about, it means you have to spend some time
with them,
with this person, and that is cohabitation.
No. Well,
and
that cohabitation means
realistically, in the culture we come from, there's no such thing as that.
It might not even be cohabitation as such. It could just be that. Okay, for instance, you attended a wedding over the weekend, and then you just happen to maybe lodge together or something. That's not necessarily cohabitation. You're just being together for one day, and then for that day she dates, and then you notice this.
It could just be an oversight for that day. You cannot use that one example to just.
Well, somebody who does rinse their foam off the wall.
No, I'm coming. It could just be an oversight. You cannot just use one mistake.
Exactly. Those people aren't perfect.
But
I get that.
People fall out of love for the silliest of reasons.
Exactly.
That's what I get what Gift is trying to say.
That's why
people fall out of love for the silliest of reasons.
That's why I feel.
And this might not necessarily be a silly reason, because why you leaving foam on the wall?
Like it matters.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's irritating to get into the toilet and use the toilet without flushing. You know, I mean, I'll get pissed off even me as a guy if a girl does that. I also expect a girl to get pissed off if she sees that I use the toilet and I don't keep it clean, because I believe that
if you pee on my toilet,
I have a policy.
And not clean.
If you I don't even know who's.
I have a policy that
I'm going wrong.
I have a policy that you should leave the toilet cleaner than you met it.
Exactly, and that just makes sense.
And if you don't do that as a lady, it could be a turn off for me. And if I notice it like it's consistent, I could talk to you politely in a joking way. Babe, why you just use the toilet, like, flush your shite now? It's happen now.
I think this brings us. I think this brings us to patience, and then let's accommodate people
and tolerate a lot of things.
Exactly.
That's what relationships
a person cannot be completely perfect. No, fighting.
Would you break up? Would you break up?
That is a good reason to break up. It's a good reason to break up, but hear me.
Spend the rest of my life.
Hear me. Patience is actually a very underrated virtue.
That's what we say.
So you see, in 6 months or 1 year, if you have not lived with someone,
with that person,
or over time getting visits,
you
over
can never
time,
live with them.
Yeah, if she comes in regularly over the weekend,
but
you can be able to know. But
do
you know that people
pretend
up their
but no matter
pretentious characters when they're in a relationship?
Exactly, one day they'll catch you.
That's why it's called pretense. Because if you check the dictionary, if you check facts on facts, if you check the internet,
so don't you think
that particular thing is the one thing in this life that can never have consistency.
So if don't
one day you go out of character and you will be caught. You can't. No, you cannot completely pretend for 6 months.
Somebody must have seen something somewhere.
Exactly.
Except the story starts to add up, because you are not stupid.
Exactly, except if your partner is not attentive.
Exactly.
If not, if you're an attentive person and you know what you're looking out for, you will pay attention and you will definitely spot 1 or 2 red flags. So I just feel like this whole thing boils down to attentiveness, just looking and then knowing for real that this is what I want.
I can put
and
up
then
with this.
Exactly.
Because
something as simple as drinking water and putting a coaster on a table.
There is no way.
Like the tables with stains.
Yeah.
And personally, if you put your glass on the table without using the coaster, and that little thing matters a lot to them.
Exactly.
So if you start noticing these little things that are, hey,
this
bothers me, but I'd appreciate it if you did this, or if you went about this like this. And that's why I say, don't just communicate. Communicate, make sure they're comprehending. They're just not listening to answer and let the moment go by.
Go off, yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Taking
communication,
corrections, yeah.
Exactly, take corrections, because communication is actually key. You can't slap me and I'll be telling you this is where it's hurting me, but you'll be telling me no, it's the other cheek.
I feel like if you really love someone, you will actually pay
changes.
attention to what bothers them. No matter how little it is, if you really love them, it will keep resounding somewhere in your head that this person does not like this, and this is because this person is important to you.
Yes, because if the person is
so
important
you're intentional about them.
And not to hurt the person over and over again. And that is where compromise comes in.
And realistically, if you find out from our parents, that's what their lives is all about.
Patience.
They're still learning about each other every day.
And compromise.
You have love.
Make a lot of compromise. Love is compromise.
Love is compromise, and that's where Nigerians don't want to hear, because any small thing they will tell you, mugu. This one don't knock you mugu.
I used to tell people
that another thing is that
you're
vulnerable. I just wanted to say that you have to be vulnerable.
Is absolutely okay. It's like, this is my person. This is my person. Why am I trying to be another person?
Yeah, and you brought up something about Nigerians having a certain mentality. Something that is very distinct. Well, we are in Nigeria. Our experience.
It's a human nature.
Something that is very distinct today in the.
I've traveled, and I'll tell you, it's very peculiar to Nigerians, because a white person is straight enough. The principle, they know this is the law, this is the rule, this is how it is. Even if there is no equality, there's always equity. But in Nigeria, it's always who go win first, who go knock who maga, who go outsmart who. That's the mentality that we have. And sadly, that's careful. That's not being careful. I'm sorry, but that's a stupid mentality. That's very backward.
Do you know why?
For you to feel like in every situation you have to win, your guards have to be up. Like, bro, make it make sense.
Yeah, which brings me to the point that I wanted to say. Something that is distinct in the dating scene now is people just saying, "This is how I am. Deal with it."
Not trying to make
you're just stupid and you don't want to fix yourself.
That's why I said it's
and they stay with
their
mentality. So when you mentioned vulnerability, that's when this point came
me
to
for who I am.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Who I am. I'm not changing.
You have to make adjustments.
If you're gonna come to me and knock here and say, "I want a space in here," my rules, my heart, my rules.
Well, you also have to make compromises too.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it does not mean you accept
make compromises.
Shitty behavior.
Exactly. I would make compromises for you, but you, on the other hand, are not making compromises for me. So what are we exactly doing in that relationship?
Okay, we'll go on a short break right now, and then when we'll get back, we'll continue this gist for the wrap up. Just stay tuned. We're gonna be back shortly. This is 2 cents. Yes, you're welcome back. This is 2 cents on Aspheric TV. Today we're talking about how long you should be in a relationship before getting married. It's been a very, very hectic conversation. Myself, I don't even tire because on my own, I feel there's no time space. I have people who believe that they can just observe a girl. They don't even need to date you before they marry you. As long as you tick their boxes, that's who I am. And I don't believe that there's a long time to date. As long as you both are very intentional about it, it doesn't really, because different strokes for different folks. People can not be able to meet up when they get married, or to get married at some certain time or some certain period because of different factors. So even if it takes more than a year, it still happens. I've known people who date for, say, 4 years and end up getting married. So I do not believe that there is a template, but what I'm trying to say is that you should look out for things that would be very, very cool with you if you end up with the person. You should look out for red flags during
Things you
this,
can deal with.
things you can deal with. If you find out that your partner has traits that you cannot deal with, I mean, it's okay to move on, because it's better to move on than
Life is too short to make yourself
to make yourself unhappy. And you know, marriage is forever. It's
like there's no coming back.
There's no coming back. And if you embark on that journey with someone who's gonna give you pain all the way, I mean, you're in for a long ride. So we're gonna give our final thoughts. I'm gonna hear from you, Gift. What it's your final thought on this before we wrap up?
It's just like I said earlier, there's no template to this thing. Just do what works for you. But while at it, be attentive. Be intentional about what you want.
Yeah.
Do not settle, basically.
For less.
Yeah, do not settle. I'm probably not the best person to give this advice, but please.
Why?
Please.
Why? Is it because you're not married?
No.
Why? Is it because you're still single?
Exactly. I don't have a relationship, so I don't even know if I'm in the right position to be giving people this advice.
You've been in a relationship before.
Yeah, but then, okay, well, I might be speaking from experience.
Yeah.
But then don't settle, because the same way you, should I say, rushed into it, you settled for what wasn't meant to be. What you know that's in your heart of hearts is not even what you would have gone for in the first place. It's the same way you
just because of some pressure, love.
Exactly.
The pressure is getting
worse. It's the same way. It is the same way you will still leave.
Relationship.
I have. They said I'm gamophobic right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear for relationships, fear for love, and
You've
all
had
that.
a fair share.
So just be attentive. Do not settle, and then just do you. Do what works for you and what works for your relationship.
Overall,
what about you?
I would say first of all, pray.
Pray?
Yeah.
Wow.
First of all, I will say pray.
It's
and
important,
when I say pray,
actually.
When I come to pray about these things, I typically have a few pointers I tell God, which the first one is, grant me the ability to listen when you speak to me. Grant me wisdom. Grant me understanding. Grant me strength.
I never knew you were this religious.
This person... Why would you even
Everybody
say that on air?
Calm down.
In religion, their forehead.
Everybody prays. It doesn't have to be on her forehead before you know that she prays.
She was not explaining like, you know, a religious teacher, speak to me, let me hear you when you speak to me.
I pray. And the first form of self-love, funny enough, I will say on Aspheric TV today for me,
is prayer.
Prayer
for myself. Prayer for myself.
Okay.
And when I say prayer for myself, we'll talk about prayer someday on this show, but roughly, I'll tell you, when I say pray for myself, I used to think, oh, when you pray for yourself, oh, give me a good job, a good house, a good car, sustain me, God, give me what to eat. No. But when I adulted, I got a little over 20, and I started to understand that loving yourself means loving yourself even in prayer. You ask God for the strength, the wisdom, the ability to hear and see when he speaks to you, the ability to always listen to your sixth sense. That is not a what do I call it? It's not a free gift. It's something God has given to you. Right. So why don't you ask him how to use it?
Well, I believe that.
First of all, like I said, pray. Pray about your situation, pray for your partner, pray for yourself, pray that you are also a good enough partner to this person you're praying about, you know, because we are always quick to you.
I think we overlook this factor a lot.
We forget about
many people overlook the factor of prayer a lot.
The mess ups that we are doing, we overlook it. So for me, in my bid not to be a terrible person to the next person, mostly in my human interactions or with my partner, I beg God, I say, God, guide me, let me know how to talk to this person, may my words not hurt them.
So you don't be the toxic
guide me. I don't want to be toxic.
Yeah.
And you just find out in the end, there's a way God just single-handedly removes you,
filters you
from
out.
a situation that is not meant to be yours.
You don't even know how, because at the end of the day, forget all this. Okay, we're saying 6 months to a year. At the end of the day, pray. Oh, I saw something today.
I say life is too complicated to give it without prayer.
If you don't pray, you go see shaking. That's what I saw on the internet today. So overall, with all these standards that we have or expectations,
just pray.
Just pray.
I like that. I think that's one of the very sweet.
You get all the guidance.
People are very good at pretending. So pray.
So that God will even fight for you.
Normally, you know what?
And nobody can fight for you like
except God,
Exactly.
because He sees what you're not
What you
seeing.
don't see and
He
what
knows
you
when
don't hear.
this your partner is pretending and say, "Ah, this is my son. No good. This guy no good for you."
Exactly, and he
Just
just removes you from
one way, the
situation.
relationship will just
He
scatter.
got scatter.
Exactly,
So when
yeah.
I
Without
tell
your
you,
effort,
pray,
sef.
man.
So even when relationships
Even when
end,
relationship
see
they
it as a
sweet you,
good thing.
even when relationship they sweet you, my guy, pray. Because
Right.
you never know people's
Right.
mouths, who's watching you yourself. You never know what is fashioned against you. So overall, just pray.
Well, I got that. Maybe before I embark on my next relationship, I'm going to pray and fast. Actually,
You should. That'd be lovely.
I need to fast about the person I'm thinking about in my head.
Yeah, you should. And
Okay, it's been a very, very lovely conversation on 2 Cents on Aspheric TV. We're going to be doing this subsequently every Tuesdays and Thursdays. You're going to join us, and hopefully next week we're going to have a very, very important
Exciting.
conversation.
And we have exciting
And
news for them.
I'm not going to spill what we're going to talk
Don't
about
spill
next
it,
week, so
but it's exciting.
just hold on. If you're just
Yay.
watching us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our social media handles. On Facebook, we are official Aspheric News. On Instagram, we are Aspheric News. On Twitter, we are Aspheric News. You can log on to our website on www.asphericnews.com and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, Aspheric TV. My name is Amini Insibi Clifford, and it's been nice to have you today. Bye.
See you next time.